Hello, everyone. I'm Kristine Sabillo. I'm a climate communicator, and I was asked to talk about solutions journalism and climate reporting. So, I think solutions journalism is definitely an important aspect of climate reporting because we're already past the point of talking about whether climate change is real or what its effects are. We at the Global South already know those. And what we need now are solutions, a way forward. There are a wealth of ideas, so many innovations in different countries and here in the Philippines, and I think it's just a matter of letting the general public know and helping make those innovations mainstream. So, solutions journalism will really help when it comes to that. I think the first thing that you need to just pinpoint is the topic. There are so many topics when it comes to solutions journalism. You can go into discussing renewable energy or the innovations in agriculture or technology on ways how to reduce the carbon emissions of an industry or our own carbon emissions or carbon footprint. And the second or most important one would be to put the people at the front and center of your story. I think this is very important, as with any story, even with business reports or even science journals, to look at the experience of the human being and how they're affected by climate change and how this can be changed. So when you're doing journalism, and even when you're doing other types of climate reporting, it's important that you have the experience of a person as an entry point, your human interest angle. It's very complicated. The issue of climate change is very complicated, so it's very helpful to always take on that angle, that human interest angle, because it makes the story more relatable, especially when you're talking about innovations and technical stuff. So showing the experience of the person, of your case study or your human interest angle in at the start of your story, uh, invites people to read on, to continue following that story. It makes the experience more relatable. It gives heart to the story. So, for example, I once did a story on a study by NASA on the aerosols in the atmosphere and how it might affect weather forecasts or weather itself. And perhaps this might have repercussions on climate in the long term. And it was such a technical story that not a lot of news outlets did a story on it. But when I got the story, I decided to take the angle of whether how this might be able to help the agriculture sector. I said, with climate change, it's so hard now to forecast the seasons, right? When would be the right time to harvest? If there's going to be drought or too much rain. And if this study continues, it might give us insights that will help uh, improve weather forecast that will in turn help the farmers. So the farmers was not in the equation whenever these institutions would talk about this study, but I put them into the equation. I put them into the story, and that made I pitched the story to a news to a news program, a TV news program, and they said, okay, do a story on it. If I did not take that angle, then it would not probably not have been aired on TV because it's such a technical topic. So that's the importance of people. It makes it more understandable to a wider audience and to your news editors as well.